the Greek here, it shows that they were cheered. They were cheering. They were excited. It was like they were, it could have been that they were even shouting and rejoicing in the room because they saw the hands and the side of Christ. You know, and it's not until that moment that we allow or that we discover Jesus Christ in our midst, the man who loved us to the end. In John 13, he loved his disciples to the end. And it doesn't mean to the end of time, but it means to the end of the fulfillment of God's purpose. God has a purpose in our lives as disciples, and he will love us to the end. And whatever happens, whatever walls that we find ourselves behind or doors that we've locked that we cannot open because of fear and whatever is happening, Jesus will stand in our midst and he will speak, "Peace be unto you." And when that moment comes, when he displays to us not only the death, the crucifixion, and the burial, but the resurrection, at that moment there is cheer and there is a release in our lives. And just to finish this introduction, Jesus says this. He says this in verse 21, "Peace be unto you. As my Father has sent me, so I send you." And this is interesting the way it is in the original. It doesn't say that as the Father has sent me to be a vicarious sacrifice, to come and finish the work of salvation for mankind. It says here that as the Father has sent me, apostello, so send I you, which is another word in the Greek, pempto, which means not to send to start a new work, but it means to send to continue what has already been established. And what has been established for us as a New Testament church, as a believer, and that is the finished work of Jesus Christ.